Hey, what's going on, you guys? I have some exciting news for the channel. We're gonna be doing a series called Overland Bound Boot Camp, or just Boot Camp, and we're gonna be talking to subject matter experts in the field of overlanding about specific topics that you need to know about. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've shared a lot of those with you so that we can all learn, and I know some things. However, I'm not, for example, a board certified trauma surgeon, so I can't speak to medical advice while you're overlanding, so we're going to be talking to a series of experts. Now, this series is raw and uncut. You know, Overland Bound is about providing the information that you guys need so that you're safe and prepared when you're adventuring off-road. So we're just getting the information to you as quickly as possible, and we'll try and release these videos every Wednesday or Thursday morning on a weekly basis. All right, you guys, so let us know in the comments what you think of the series and what you want to learn about. And if you happen to be a world-class expert in the field of overlanding, get in touch with us. Perhaps we can feature you on a future video to talk about what it is that you know. So again, feedback in the comments, you guys. Let us know what you want to learn about. We're starting out with a series by Chris, who is Overland Bounds Medical Adviser. And the first one is trauma versus first aid. What's the mindset? What should you be considering? So let's go on over. We'll talk to Chris. Chris, break it down for us.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is episode 2 of On Call with Chris. I am again on call, and wanted to talk today about trauma care versus first aid care. A lot of people use those words interchangeably. I think that's fine for the most part, but if you understand there is a difference between the two, it allows you, in my mind, to approach things in a more organized fashion and really make sure that you're doing the best care. It also allows you to set your kits up a little bit differently so that you have a first aid kit and a trauma kit, and I'll get into the reason why that's actually important later. So let's just define trauma care versus first aid care. To me, trauma care is that life-threatening, somebody got hurt, medical emergency, you don't have enough information to know exactly what is going on. And this is also where multiple things could have happened. If you're talking about somebody who fell down a cliff or rolled over a car or got hit by something, yes, you know the mechanism of how they got hurt, but you don't know the injuries because they could be anything. So if somebody is driving their car and they roll their vehicle, I have to think in my world, why did they roll? It's not just, oh, they came in, they look like they have a broken arm and maybe a ruptured spleen. It is literally, did they have a heart attack, a stroke, diabetic coma? I need to know all the medicine part of things. And I think that's where people get overwhelmed in trauma care, is that there's so much that is possible that they really feel that they don't even know where to start. So when we talk about trauma care, this is why it's important to know those ABCs, the airway, breathing, circulation, because it gives you a standardized approach to treating and assessing a trauma patient so that you don't miss anything and you don't miss the things that will kill quickly, and allows you time to sort out what's going on and address the things that you need to. So for us, it's no different. If we're out and about and we're doing our thing and there is some traumatic injury or medical emergency, we still need to make sure that we don't miss those things. If you roll your vehicle, you're gonna bounce around inside of that. So even though you come out and you may have a deformed arm that's clearly broken, you may have also punctured a lung, you may have hit your head. There's a lot of things you gotta consider. So your thought process has to be in those lines. It has to say, okay, let me start at the top. That is, for us, the airway, the breathing, moving to circulation, and then disability, and then exposure. And that's how we go through the systems in the order that they really will kill you. So your trauma kit has to address that. And we've got a video about trauma kits and what I carry and why it's a pretty standardized kit, and it addresses the ABCs. But the mentality at an injury is always ABC. For me, it's ABC. If somebody comes into my ER, ABC, it's all I do. And that's the trauma care. I just repeat that over and over. And as I get more information as time passes, I address those things. But I know that I've addressed the airway and the breathing and the circulation, and that is time sensitive, and you really want to make sure you address those and don't miss anything. So that is trauma care. It's a mindset that, okay, I need to take care of things urgently, quickly, in a systematic way so I don't skip anything. And that's where your kit is important to be laid out as a trauma kit. The flip side of that is first aid. First aid is nobody is dying, somebody got a cut, somebody has an upset stomach, somebody fell, but they got up and they're walking and they've got a bump, a bruise, maybe a broken arm, but it's a controlled situation. The patient themselves is awake and alert. It was an isolated type of accident or medical thing, and you've got time. And that is where your kit comes in, as in what I call the base camp first aid, where you've got medicines for upset stomachs, and it's kind of, your medicine cabinet from home, and you've got some ACE wraps and ice packs and things to treat base camp things. And we'll have a whole series of kind of what I think a base camp kit should look like and what it has in it. But it's a different mentality. It's the kind of mentality where everybody sits down, takes a breath, looks everybody over. I would still go through an ABC, what they call primary survey, in my head to make sure they're doing okay, if they fell especially. But it's a different mentality and it's a different kit. It's a kit that is, for me, in a hard-sided kit, packed in the rig, because it's easy to get to when we're at base camp because everything is unpacked. Versus my trauma kit, which sits right on my back door or easy access on another vehicle, and it's ready to go no matter what. If the vehicle's fully loaded, I can grab it without any issues and start treating that patient. So that's it. First aid versus trauma care. They are different things, in my opinion, require different kits and need different mentalities when approaching them. So head over to the forums on overlandbound.com. I'm Solis, as you'll see on the credits. Please message me or post up a question if you want to see a different topic, or if you've got questions about this topic. I'm happy to revisit the topics with a separate video to answer questions. So let me know.